Yeah.
I think the picture was just... It was the picture, and it was just like, so how's your day going?
Yeah.
He's just so over it.
It's so good.
Welcome to Rebels React to The Mandalorian Chapter 2.
The Child.
Called The Child, yes. Actually has a title this time. What'd you think? Oh, spoilers. There's going to be spoilers. We forgot to do that at the beginning last time.
We did?
I managed to squeeze it in from
something.
We did, but like in something else.
Oh.
So I like cut it out and put it in.
Good call.
Yeah. So yeah, spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, don't listen to this.
So it's not what I expected,
Mm-hmm.
but I still think we gotta see. The thing about this show is like seeing anything in Star Wars, I'm down for.
Yeah, it makes me happy regardless.
It was a weird episode, I would say.
Again, not a lot happened.
I feel
not that it wasn't enjoyable or fun, I feel like the first and second episode could have been one episode, even though ending on what we ended with the first episode was like a great thing to leave us with.
Which I think is the point.
Yeah.
But
now we only have 6 episodes left.
I loved the first episode. I thought, and watching it again, I thought it, like, especially compared to this episode, they did a lot. He was on multiple planets. 3 planets in the first episode.
Yeah.
This was left at the end, but was mainly on the same planet. And that's fine because there was a purpose and we got to see more of the child.
Yes, just things aren't progressing very quickly. It's like the season 8 of Game of Thrones thing where it's like we're on episode 4. Like, when are things going to start happening? There's only a few episodes left. Like, yeah. There's only 6 presumably 30-something minute episodes left, and I mean, we know there's a season 2, but
yeah, I think this isn't supposed to be some like super grand epic. I think it's gonna be like something big is gonna happen.
Yeah,
but once it gets like multiple seasons is when this thing's gonna get like really crazy.
I agree. I just never imagined it as a multi-season thing to begin with. I always thought this was going to be like some of the other stuff where it's like, we have this one story in mind and we're doing this and then we're probably done. Yeah. But this seems like they could just...
And I think season 1 will
let it linger. Yeah.
But I think this is such a good premise and such a good character that they can do that with this. That's why I look at this a little... Like, with the Obi-Wan show or series, I'm going to be very much expecting every episode to be a banger.
Yes.
Because that is one cohesive piece. And I think it will be... The Cassian Andor show, I see being more like this.
Yes. Just different adventures.
And then I thought that's what this show was going to be. So the fact that there is some big overarching like plot thing, I wasn't expecting that so quickly.
Right.
I want to know what's going to happen. Force powers are confirmed. So that's like there's a lot to unpack.
Strong force powers.
Yeah.
Yoda struggled kind of to lift the X-Wing, and this kid lifted a rhino.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yoda was on his deathbed.
So,
I don't know if that matters.
So what does Yoda in his prime? What can he do? What can like 300-year-old Yoda do? Just wreck entire armies by himself?
I mean, he was kind of doing that in the Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
That's the most we've seen him do that. So I can't even imagine if you go back.
And he was super old then, too.
Yeah, exactly. Hundreds of years. He's probably the best.
I want to know what Prime Yoda looks like. You know, like, what does, like, a 25-year-old in Yoda years Yoda look like?
We've got baby. We've got old. What is... I think we're going to...
Is he hot? You know what I mean? Like, old Yoda looks old and, like, kind of crippled. This baby Yoda is, like, super cute. Is, like, Prime Yoda... Is he hot?
Can a little tiny frog thing be hot?
I mean, maybe. Twi'leks are pretty hot.
Yeah, but that's the exception, not the rule.
Well, maybe Yoda is too. We'll see. We know nothing about them.
I've never thought about a Yoda like that. I don't think. I'm gonna go with no.
Did you like this episode though? It wasn't what you were expecting, but
not as much as the first one.
Yeah, I felt like you weren't as into it. Like I could tell.
Definitely not as into it.
Yeah,
but I still enjoyed it.
Do we think this is Tatooine or?
Honestly, that's what I was thinking.
I can't really tell.
I was like, is this freaking Tatooine at this point?
Because that's the only place we've ever seen Jawas. I'm not saying that's the only place they can be, and it's kind of a desert planet, but it's also very muddy everywhere, which is Weird. Tatooine, I think of as being very dry.
Yeah, but I really have no idea. And I wonder if it's tactical of them not telling us any of the planets.
I don't like that, though. I want to know names of things and places, and...
I want to believe there's a reason, and that will be...
Like, I'm happy we got the name of the Blurgs in episode 1. I want to know what this beast was that he killed in this episode.
The egg.
Suba?
I don't remember. Suba. Is that what it was? Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called.
The Jawas were kind of like gray robes, right? They didn't look like normal Jawas.
They're not
so I think
Tatooine Jawas.
No, these are different planets.
I'm torn about the common species with different colors across the planets. I'm torn about that. I don't mind it.
Like
but
what?
I'm definitely torn. Like
what else?
Like Jawas aren't Tatooineese.
Right.
They're just space.
You don't
aliens.
Like that?
I want.
You'd rather them be
just from Tatooine.
I would too. Yeah.
And then this planet has stuff just from that planet.
Well, but then you got to imagine that they've spread out, right?
And then they built more sand crawlers.
Sure.
So are we going to get a Jawa movie about the origin of the Jawas from the Jawa planet when the Jawa planet is exploded and then they have to scatter out across the universe scrounging for scraps because they have no home to go to?
Sure. No, we won't. I don't want that.
I love him though.
I do too.
He's perfect. And
he's a nice guy. Like I like that he cares for the I have spoken guy. Like he wants to help him. He's very like gracious towards him. I enjoy that. The
placement of his morality.
Yes.
And I'm right. I wasn't sure going in. I was like, oh, is he going to be kind of bad? And he's not. Oh! Random thing I noticed from the first episode.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people I saw were saying the doors. Why would that door just cut somebody? Like, you think they'd have a safety mechanism to not cut somebody.
He shot it, right?
He shot it.
Yeah.
And it malfunctioned. And that's why that happens.
Yeah.
So, that was all.
Yeah, so far he's only killed people that have attacked him. So
yep.
He's not just cold-blooded. Do you think we'll ever see Jawas with the hoods down? Like, why do they have red eyes?
I think the hoods are their skin. Ugh. And it can't go down.
Well, no, but he blew them up, and all that was left were the robes.
Yeah, just the skin. The outer
so
shell.
He vaporized their insides?
Yeah. Oh, that was really weird, though, with the...
That was pretty brutal.
That was not... Just, I was like, oh! And then he just, like, makes friends with them. They're like, get us an egg, and we'll give you all of your ship stuff back.
Which they just ate.
They just went to town on that thing.
They didn't want to raise one of those things for themselves. They didn't want to trade it. They're just like, lunch! You killed my brother, but here's all your stuff back.
I don't know. I like it because it's just somebody's going on adventures through the Star Wars universe, and that much of it, I'm down.
Jawas are hilarious to me. Yeah. That seems like totally something they would do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love it.
Oh my god.
The Sandcrawler is so cool too.
No,
I love all the windows in it, and we actually got to see like the cockpit and stuff.
So I know I was saying the whole like whatever. Aside from that, no. When the Sandcrawler popped up, I was like, so cool. We're gonna get to like explore a Sandcrawler and like how the Jawas live in it, and then seeing the cockpit and all that. Yeah, I loved all of that. And
like the top side of it, like they have like coverings and awnings and stuff where they probably hang out and barbecue their eggs.
That's where they live.
Yeah,
because their home planet was destroyed. It all makes sense. They made nice new homes for themselves.
I like this little fan fiction that we have.
Yeah. Planet Jawa.
Maya, what'd you think?
I can talk?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were tricking me.
No.
Okay. The Jawas are my favorite.
They are your favorite?
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Because some people hate them.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they're so funny.
Yeah,
I agree.
I have no issue with it. People
that
hate Jawas.
And they're neutral. Like, they're not really good or bad.
They're just here to trade.
There's nothing in Star Wars to hate.
No.
Even Jar Jar Binks.
Correct. Very correct. Except for maybe the blue guy from the first episode, but well, you know.
Not even him.
No, sucks Ethan.
Did we miss anything else?
I don't know. See, not a lot happened.
No.
You guys don't want to talk about when Yoda ate the frog?
That was pretty gruesome.
Whatever Yoda's species is called.
They like to eat frogs.
He ate a whole frog, and they're like, "Oh, quick, get it out of his mouth!" And then he just
Also,
and ate that whole
I'm
thing.
sure there were plenty of those on Dagobah.
That's all I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's why Yoda went there. He's like, dude, I can just eat frogs the rest of my life.
is that what's gonna happen? Is Dagobah gonna be Yoda's home planet?
I don't want it to be.
And they just didn't tell us that.
That would be weird.
He exiled himself on his home planet. Yeah, no.
Where there's no sign of like life
Anything.
that we can see, well, besides like snakes and stuff.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That he just picked that place so
'Cause
that he could eat all the frogs.
Yeah. Doesn't want to share them. I love when he walks.
I can't believe he is a miniature Yoda. Like, I would have thought that, like, and I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, they're drawing a line in the sand. So George Lucas was always really, like, I'm not talking about this and giving details and keeping this to myself kind of thing about Yoda and his species. And they're making, like, we're establishing a lot of...
Do you think they're making it up themselves, or do you think they got it from George?
We'll find out later.
Yeah.
There's no way to know, but
Right.
it's happening. And so I'm like over analyzing everything, and I think it's it's like, oh, okay, right? Like, they're always kind of old.
He even has gray hair.
Yeah, like they're always kind of like Yoda is a Yoda. He wasn't young and hot. Like, he always looked like Yoda.
You don't know that.
But no, that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah,
In
I
terms
know.
of him, like, still having a little robe and still, like, kind of, like, walking like
Because he's
old Yoda.
a toddler.
But it's making me wonder. It's
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Is
Like, I
all
don't think
those
he'll ever
character-
be able to run sprints, you know?
and then Yoda got old and he's like, I can't run sprints anymore.
Right.
Like, and it would actually make more sense that way, because then when Yoda does his energy burst, it makes sense why he
Yes.
can move like that when he does that.
It's a focused thing.
Always. And when he's not like that, he's...
Because that's just normal.
And maybe it's because he's so powerful. Maybe that's what comes with it. Like, this thing used its power, and it was like, I have to sleep. It's like, I'm old all the time because my power is, like, constantly...
So do you think all these Yoda things are pretty powerful with the Force?
I think that is going to be the established lore.
What if there's not very many of them?
I've already assumed that's what it is.
Yeah.
There's like, these are
Rare. Like, there is no
creatures.
home planet.
Nope. Or there's a planet that the
Some of
few
these.
came
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm so excited to find more out about.
I just can't wait to find out that Yoda and Yaddle are his parents. I don't know.
I mean, I've thought about that. That would be insane. I don't know if I want
I
that
don't
or
think
don't
I would
want
like
that.
it. I think I like that Obi-Wan and Anakin were the only ones that kind of were going against the Jedi Code and, you know, like, having...
What if it wasn't a sexual
Has she seen
thing?
all of Clone Wars?
No, we're going to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't say anything.
I won't.
What if it's a non-sexual thing and it's just like Yoda and Yaddle just like use their energy to birth another one of the
Just
species?
put their forces together.
Yeah. In the first episode, when she attached that armor and it kind of went zzz
Or like magnetized
and
to him.
magnetized, and I was wondering, like, is this armor not just stuck on here?
Right.
Like, there's some kind of tech
Yeah,
going on.
and we saw it's
And
electric.
it getting ripped open, like, there's tech.
It had, like, a
going on
motherboard
here.
in it.
Yeah, I love it.
That was crazy.
I think that's a genius idea.
It is really
makes
cool.
it seem more badass,
Yeah.
not like worse in any way. Because that means Boba Fett's armor has that underneath it,
Right.
and Jango Fett's armor has that underneath it.
Right. Presumably.
That explains why it would be electrically connected to the flamethrower and the jetpack and like all that tech. Makes sense.
Not just stuff that he threw on and has to like push individual buttons to like
Yeah.
do. You can just like almost maybe just think of it and it does it.
It's just, I love it.
Yeah.
More Mandalorian lore and everything.
Mandalore.
Mandalore.
Which is the planet.
I want some more Mando lore.
Mandalore. Me. You Mando. Filthy Mando. If we never see I Have Spoken again, I will be very upset.
And I don't think we will. I feel like
I don't know why we would need to. He's served his purpose.
that's my thought.
And then it would just be fan service.
Because he's great.
Yes.
I feel like that would be a bad sign if we see him again.
I know.
We should be able to
Don't keep going back to the well that you know is good. Like,
Yep.
keep giving us new good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good with what he's done. He's perfect.
Yep.
Don't ever ruin it. He's good.
Yeah, I don't think he can help anymore.
He's
I think
one of the best Star Wars characters they've ever made.
He had his moment in terms of like, no, I'm going to fix your ship tonight.
Yeah. And he said, maybe if you help, it'll go faster, as if like he was going to do it all himself.
Yep, I love it. Dude's a badass. Like
So
that was
cool.
his badass moment.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm going to fix your ship because that's what I do.
Right.
I love it. And he saved him. No, he was awesome.
He's the best.
Good job. I have spoken.
I have spoken. No, I have spoken.
We have spoken.
Thank you for watching this reaction to the second episode of The Mandalorian. We have a podcast where we talk about more movies and TV and video games called the Hebrew Rebels Podcast. You can watch that on this here YouTube channel. But until then, my name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan. We are the Hebrew Rebels.
See you later.
We have spoken.
Say bye, Maya.